Well, let's go into our news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, EagleMortgageCompany.com. We've been working with Eagle Mortgage here at Grow Omaha for 10 years or more.
Easy.
And that's probably about a third of the time they've been around, because they've been around for a little over 30 years. And they just do an amazing job. It doesn't matter whether you're a first-time home buyer or if you're a sophisticated, experienced, seasoned home buyer looking to get an empty nester house or a retirement place. They can help you at all spectrums of your life. No matter what. If you want to buy a house, talk to Eagle Mortgage. Conventional loans, FHA, VA, they have some specialty loans as well. Not a bank, so they get to shop the market and find the best lending solution for you and your unique circumstances. You can find Eagle Mortgage in person at their office, 114th and Davenport, or online at EagleMortgageCompany.com.
Get that pre-approval letter, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Trenton, you've got to crack some eggs if you want to build an omelet. And so that's one of the reasons why we also like to talk about demolition in a show that talks quite a bit about construction. And we've got two demo projects that occurred fairly close to one another in the last week on 72nd Street. The first one is a Runza, which is just a little bit north of Pacific. Many, many years ago, this was actually a Broncos building. Anyway, that building, kaboom, gone, and is going to be replaced by a more modern version of a Runza. And then a little bit further north, there's kind of this abandoned area southeast of 72nd and Farnham. And there had been talk about building a car wash there. We don't know what the condition of that project is, but there was a very small building that had been used as a used car dealership many, many years ago. It was an Arby's restaurant.
Yep.
Earlier this year, it caught on fire. It's been vacant and abandoned for a long time. That finally came
If I'm not mistaken, I remember going to that Arby's with my dad, and the window was on the wrong, like, you had to drive up, but they had to pass, like, the driver's seat was far from the window, so you had to, like, reach over.
I know there was a Taco Bell on Dodge just east of 72nd Street that was like that before they rebuilt it.
Very annoying. And that vacant building, that Continental Cellular, whatever it was, Gamers building, is barely there, but it's holding up that retaining wall, so that'll be interesting to take that down. But I know that they've done the engineering for it. It's not going to be a rocket car wash. Let's see what it's going to be. We don't know. Yeah,
we'll keep an eye on that, but it is, it's a prominent area. People drive by 72nd Street all of the time, and we get a lot of questions in Grow Omaha. What's going on there? Why aren't they doing anything?
But this Runza is rebuilding. They're taking it down, but they're rebuilding a new one. And I was talking to Dan Rudolph, who is the head of real estate for Runza, does a great job. And contrary to popular belief, I don't believe that those Runza heads that you see on Nebraska games looks like a cross-section of a Runza. People wear them like the corn heads.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's making those for themselves, and I would like one. So hit us up at news@growomaha.com and let us know what the hookup is. I would like mine to be a Swiss cheese and mushroom Runza.
Yeah, of course, because that's your favorite one. Let's go out to Heartwood Preserve, which is the 500-acre development southwest of 144th and West Dodge Road. Several things happening in that area. First of all, we have progress on Broadmoor's apartment project. This is just north of Millard North High School. In fact, we've had a lot of Grow Omaha listeners ask us about this, too, because the first thing they did was build this parking garage, which is going to be in the middle of the apartment complex, but it's just kind of standing out there right now,
the concrete,
as this big gray behemoth. And we've had literally people say, what the hell is that monstrosity north of Millard North? Don't worry, you're not going to see that. That's going to be surrounded by apartments. But right around that area, lots of foundation work, and I was just over there yesterday, and it looks like those apartments around that parking garage are just about ready to start coming out of the ground. But that's only one of the three updates we have in Heartwood Preserve right now. The other one is construction has started on Olson's 4-story office building. Olson is a civil engineering firm. I believe they're based in Lincoln, but big office in Omaha, about 2,000 employees nationwide, big company. Anyway, their Omaha office is going to move from Exarban Village to this new 4-story building. Lanahaw Development is developing it. Looks like MCL is the contractor. Construction is underway. They had a big drilling crane on site yesterday.
And that's part of, like, I think Atlanta House is doing like a 40-acre development. There's supposed to be a big parking garage. And
Yeah, I think they're calling it either the Row at Heartland or the Heartwood or the Heartwood Row or something like that. But it's going to kind of have echoes of Exarban Village with new buildings that are built in kind of that urban style. In fact, this 4-story Olson office building will have ground level retail, and they're calling that the first anchor of that part of the project.
it's amazing how much money they spent on landscaping and all the rocks and the paths. I mean, there's a lot of park built into Heartwood Preserve.
It's beautiful. And in fact, right in that area that we're talking about, there's some of that. But then if you go to the west side, there's this linear park thing that they've been working on. And then, of course, on the south side of Pacific, that's part of Heartwood Preserve too, which is where Applied Underwriters is building its beautiful new headquarters.
They're taking their time on that one.
They're taking a lot of time on that one. I mean,
the 1,100 parking stalls underground, but it's a big building, but I know they had a little bit of a pause during COVID and trying to figure out what they wanted their floor plans to be and stuff like that. But you'd think they'd get the move on.
My guess is they must be like carving some granite using pocket knives in there, because that is a slow moving project. Now, that said, I'm not being critical, because it is an absolutely beautiful building. It's got a stunning presence right there, but it's taking a long time. But that's all part of it. It's a 500-acre project. In fact, Applied Underwriters is the company that's essentially developing the overall thing. Now, there's yet another piece of news coming out of Heartwood. The Arbor at Heartwood Preserve is an upscale residential neighborhood just west of Millard North High School. So these apartments were north of Millard North. This is west of Millard North. They're going to have row houses, single family houses, and duplexes, all very upscale, very nice. Applied Underwriters has a couple partners on this. Groundbreaking for that project is this month. And now this is interesting. The press release and some of their marketing materials are referring to this as, quote, the first substantial residential construction in the Millard School District in 20 years. That's not true. There's been a lot of residential construction in the Millard District in the last 20 years.
Absolutely.
I don't know where they got that, but from what I can tell, it's going to be a heck of a project.
Maybe
and very nice.
Maybe an infill district or something they're trying to talk about. I don't know.
Or maybe they're thinking just around Millard North or something. But no, it's absolutely not true. There
they
have been
should call the
several
division
neighborhoods.
Millard Northwest.
Now you're getting kind of confused, because we have a Millard North and we have a Millard West, and then people are just going to blow their
But
tops.
the location, the address is Millard Northwest.
Peterbilt of Omaha is building a truck sales and service center at, the exact address is 11502 Wickersham Boulevard in Gretna. And you might be thinking, where's that? Well, it is a frontage road on Interstate 80, southwest of the I-80 Highway 370 exit. A couple things are significant about this. By the way, it's right just beyond a Walmart superstore that's been there for a number of years. But this frontage road where Peterbilt of Omaha will be is actually being extended to the southwest along the interstate through a cornfield, and it's hooking up to South 168th Street. So you're opening that area for a lot more development there, kind of beyond the Walmart, if you will.
Wow.
I think you're going to see a lot of growth in that.
Yeah, there's
area.
a lot of land up there.
And that is your news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage. You can find out more about them by going to their website, eaglemortgagecompany.com. If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.